Welcome, Knicks Nation. Happy weekend to all of you. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend and you're safe and healthy, especially in these days where so much terrible things are happening. I hope you're all safe and healthy, your family's safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family are being met today. So, welcome, Senior Beef, Miss Bernadette Lumley, Malik Shabazz, Donnell 140th Street, Kabar Dobbins, superstar, my brother. Welcome to all of you. And this is the week. This is the week that the Knicks start their training camp. This is the week that they get ready and start the season, which starts in October, early October as he starts. But the first, as we know, the first couple of preseason games is going to be in Dubai in October 2nd and 4th. And then they come back for three other preseason games. I think it is. Yeah, three other preseason games after that. And then the season starts. So here we are. This week is going to be the press conference, the introduction conference. You're probably going to see Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele introduced. Of course, the Don and the Knicks keep tight control, as they should, on all press conferences, on all media events. They keep tight control. They don't really leave a lot of room for reporters to ask stupid gotcha questions, which is what they do. They don't report anything anymore. They're trying to get gotcha questions, stupid questions, and the Don keeps a tight wrap on that. Keeps a tight control, and I'm glad that he does. They don't need any distractions. And to me, nowadays, the media it's not even about anymore reporting. It's about creating narrative. That's what media is now, creating narrative. That's what it's about. So they try to create narrative by asking dumbass questions to try to get somebody to stumble on the answer and then create a narrative based on the answer. But the Don keeps a tight rein on that. Yuri said, what's your question, Mr. Roy? I got a question, and I usually don't like to call people out on this channel, but I got to ask, why the hell when a person says this team is not full of Mike Brown players, are you asking me what, I think you're asking me what somebody else said, and you should know I can't answer for what's in somebody's mind, some of the questions they ask. I can't. I know for myself, as I've mentioned, I really don't have a grip on what a Mike Brown player looks like. I don't. He's coached a lot of different players, right? Obviously, but the LeBron team had LeBron, and then he goes to the Kings, and they had what they had. But I have not seen a situation like with Tom Thibodeau. Tibbs built his Chicago team with the help with the management. Tibbs built the Minnesota team that he had with the management. Tibbs was involved with the building of the Knicks roster and the type of players that he likes, defensive, tough, oriented, available players. So I knew what Tibbs liked. And so it was relatively easy for me to figure out what players he would be interested, like in the draft or in the trade. It was relatively easy because I knew what a Tom Thibodeau player looks like. I don't know what a Mike Brown player looks like. But one thing that we do know is that this roster, I don't know if any of these guys that's on this roster, that's on what we expect to be the rotation, came after Mike Brown, with the exception of the guys that were signed, like the last guys that were signed, like the Alex Lynn's, who else? Alex Lynn, who else? Or not signed, like Dennis Smith Jr. I can see that he probably had a hand in that, but when you're talking about Gershon Yabusele, he had no say in that. He wasn't even hired yet. Jordan Clarkson, he had no say in that. He wasn't hired yet. So I don't know what a Mike Brown, type of player is at this point. I don't have any idea. And that's a little, to me, I'm a little concerned about that. Honestly, I'm a little concerned about that. The only reason I'm giving Mike Brown a lot of leeway is because of the Don. I gotta trust Leon Rose knows what he's doing. Leon Rose, Worldwide West, Walt Perrin. I gotta trust that they know what they're doing. They have proved to me over the last 5 years that they know what the hell they're doing. So I'm going to trust them on this. But I don't like it when you can't nail down what a coach likes and doesn't like. I don't like that because, like I said, I wasn't high on Mike D'Antoni for the Knicks. I was not. I did not want them to get him, but at least I knew what type of player Mike D'Antoni liked, and I knew what his game was. His whole game was predicated on spread open offense with a point guard. He didn't worry too much about defense, and that was him. Okay, I don't know what a Mike Brown guy looks like. When Woody was here, Woody likes players. Woody's from Indiana, and Indiana had any player from that part of the country is going. Indiana basketball has a style after the University of Indiana, right? And that is playing the right way, moving the basketball, hitting the open man, playing good team defense. That is Indiana basketball. So Woodson, and he worked with nuance on what was the strength of the teams he dealt with, but Woodson likes playing the right way. He don't like no fancy stuff that's not trying to go around what basketball is made to be played. So I know that, but I can't tell you what Mike Brown is thinking. With respect to Alex Lynn, I'm a little surprised they invited him to camp, but they did. So the reason I'm surprised is because he's a career backup, and I'm not saying they should have invited a starter, but like compare Alex Lynn, who's coming over with the understanding that if he makes the team, he's going to be a backup, right? Compare that to when they signed Isaiah Hartenstein from the Clippers. I mean, we can look back now and know how good Isaiah Hartenstein is, but when he came to New York, he was signed as a backup center on a 2-year deal. And but even though that was the case, I knew that he was a very solid center, a good backup. I don't know about Alex Lynn. Oh yes, but anything for a 5 spot, as we said in the video earlier this week, it's backing up Mitchell Robinson. Everything is for Mitchell Rob insurance. Yes. But when you look at it now, okay, so you got, as far as guys that's going to play the 5, Mitchell Robinson is going to play the 5. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to play the 5. Ariel Hukporti is going to play the 5. And then Alex Lynn is going to play the 5. And then they got Jamison the 3rd on the G League, on the 2-way deal. He's going to play the 5. So you got a bunch of guys that are going to play the 5, or at least part-time. Like Karl-Anthony Towns is going to play 4 and 5. But you got a bunch of guys that's going to play the 5. So you don't need that many 5s. You don't need that many 5s. I like, from looking at some film of Jamison, I like him as a backup 5. I like him. He's not a superstar, but he's solid. He has he's a game to me a lot like the kid I liked coming out of Marquette with Kolek, also Iguodaro. They got a very similar game. Iguodaro and Jamison, very similar game. Jamison's a little older than Iguodaro, but he's still in his 20s, 24, 25, something like that. So I liked him. I think they're just going to let Lynn and Jamison and Hukporti battle it out. Battle it out. That's what they're going to do. They're going to let them battle it out. And whoever wins, wins. That's what this is going to be about. And that brings me another point. It's going to be an interesting press conference for Mike Brown, because they're going to ask a lot of questions. One of the questions that we can expect to be asked is, who is your starting 5? Now, what is his answer going to be? That's going to be interesting. Because if he comes out with a vague answer that we don't know yet, I don't like that. That should not be, there should be no question as to who the four of the starters are. Okay. So if he wants to talk about his fifth starter, I will see. It's going to be interesting. Well, this is the thing, Yuri Ark. Jameson has played in the NBA, and did very well for Memphis last year. Two-way players are not expected to start. So it's not like they picked him to be a starter. He's a third string center. Okay, so that's what we got to remember. Jameson, Alex Lynn, and Hoop Porty are third string centers. Okay, they're not looking to be starters. So we're not worried about if they can start in the NBA. Can he play 10 minutes in the NBA? That's really what we want to see. Can he play 10 minutes in the NBA? That's, I think, for Lynn and for Jameson, that's the most they would need, even Hoop Porty. So it depends on if Mitchell Robinson is starting or not, which, yes, we got to find out if he says how it plays out in practice. Yeah, that's going to be, I don't like that answer either, because, I mean, come on. I believe that Mike Brown has spent this whole summer, and probably even before the interview process, studying film of the Knicks. I believe he is at least that. He's a very hardworking coach. So I got to believe that he spent, even before his interview and after he was hired, he has spent many hours studying the New York Knicks. The only new players to this roster that really are rotation pieces is Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson. Everybody else is from the previous regime. So I don't know. I mean, he should know who he's favoring. He may not want to reveal it, and I get that. Yeah, right. Got to talk to medical. That's how Tim's handling the media. Well, how is it? I got to talk to medical. I don't know anything yet. It's hot here in Florida today. Got me some ice water. It's hot here in Florida today. You got to talk to medical. Yeah, but so that's going to be an interesting question. They're going to ask him who his starters are, and they're probably going to ask him who his rotation is. And the rotation answer is going to be, we got to see how it works out in practice. I'm pretty sure he's going to say that. No, not yet, Jabroni. After you and I and this channel talking today, I'm going to have some grape juice. But yeah, it's about that right here, Malik, in the shade, about 93 in the shade. But in the sun, I have to say it's probably 100. It's pretty hot here today in the sun. I've been seeking the shade. Let's see. Actually, 94 in the shade, in the sun. It says 79. It was hotter than that when I came in. It was hotter than that. It says 79. Yeah, so so we'll see. That's going to be some interesting question. I don't like to make 10-game increments like that, Joshua. I think that's high schoolish. This is the league. It's an 82-game season. So it could, at the end of the season, I'm expecting 58 wins at the end of the season. 10 games, what the hell? I don't know what they're 10 games. I don't really care. I'd like them to win every game, obviously. We know they're not, but yeah. Oh, it's 72 up there? Okay, that's pretty chill. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't making no 10-game or 20-game predictions. People do that every year. I think it's always silly. But let's see where they are at the halfway point. 40, 42 games. Let's see where they're at then. And, if there's going to be adjustments made, we'll see. The problem is when you make such predictions is, let's say they go 5-5. Is the season over? In the first 10 games, if they go 5-5, is the season over? In the first 10 games, if they go 10-0, will you just hand them the championship right there? You know what I'm saying? So people start acting like that. They judge the whole season on like a week of basketball. You know what I'm saying? So, especially in the league, man, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So let's just wait. It's an 82 game season. Let's see where they at after the halfway point. Let's see where they at the end of the season. I'm looking at 58 wins, which means like if you get to the halfway point in the season, we're looking for around 27 to 30 wins, right? So let's see. Exactly. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I try not to fall into those minefields of fan expectations, unrealistic expectations based on stuff like that. So no, I don't. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what happens, man. We're gonna see what happens. You know. Yeah, yeah, it's true. I don't think the Knicks will win 70 games, but if they were to win 70 games, I can guarantee you they're not going to lose in the second round. I can guarantee that. If they good enough to win 70 games, they ain't losing in the second round unless like a couple major pieces get hurt, you know. But nah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Knicks media ready to do, look, this week. And listen, it wasn't hard for me to call that. My man sent me a clip. I hear Bondi mention Deuce's name in the trade room. And then even though he said, it's probably not true, I said, okay, you're going to have a whole bunch of little clips, a whole bunch of content. Now Deuce is on the trade block. And sure enough, within 48 hours, that's what we saw. I think some of these guys that do this content like that, honestly, I think they're like 12 years old. I'm not joking. I think there's probably a lot of 12-year-old kids, maybe 15-year-old kids that hear something like that and run with it because they're immature. It sounds immature. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. The East is going to be a dogfight. Don't get it twisted. It's still going to be a dogfight. Celtics and Pacers are going to add to that dogfight. Now, the Pacers, honestly, I would have had the Pacers still top four if Miles Turner was still there. But Miles Turner is not there anymore. If they had just lost Halliburton to injury and they were going with their same team, I would still pick them top four. But without Miles Turner, they don't have a replacement for Miles. I mean, who is their back? Who is their guy? Who is their five? I don't see a guy that's coming in to replace what Miles Turner brought for them. The defense, the three-point shooting. I mean, they got Isaiah Jackson, but he's 6'9". Yeah, that's right, Andrew Abraham. It's Tuesday. Yep. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, but he's like 6'9". I mean, and I like Isaiah Jackson, but he's not Miles Turner. I don't consider him Miles Turner. Yeah, I heard about that, Jabroni Z. So Huff, like I said, to me, that's you combine that with no Halliburton, and I know my man's a good coach. He's a good coach, man. He's even a great coach. I have to give it to him. He's a great coach, but shoot, I don't know. I mean, that's a tough hole. That's a tough road to hoe right there. No Halliburton. Now you don't have a Miles Turner. You really didn't get anybody to replace him. I mean, it's not like it's easy, but you didn't get anybody to replace Miles Turner. So I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't. They got problems, So I don't expect them to be in the thick of anything. If Indiana is in the top 6 in the East with Rick Carlisle, that's possible because Rick Carlisle's a great coach, and so that could happen. But the competition is rough. You talk about Orlando, Detroit. I think Milwaukee's going to be good too. I think people sleeping on Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee's going to be better than you think with Miles Turner. I think they're going to be better than you think. And then, of course, the Hawks. Don't sleep on the Hawks. Don't sleep on the Hawks. Yep. They got this reigning men with Giannis. What a combination. Giannis over there getting his woman pregnant every time she pops one. He's ready to get pregnant again. So Giannis having a tribe, but it's reigning men. Well, anyway. I like it because I think about who Miles Turner is replacing. He's replacing Brook Lopez. What did Brook Lopez bring to the table? All NBA level defense and 3-point shooting. And you had that to an all NBA defensive player of the year in right with him on the front line, and you got some. So Miles Turner brings the same thing Brook Lopez brought. He brought 3-point shooting and NBA level defense, rim protection. Okay, that's what you got. The only difference is I feel like Brook Lopez was a better passer than Miles Turner is. Brook Lopez was a better all-around offensive player, better passer. But but in the basic sense, the rim protection and 3-point shooting that Lopez brought, Miles Turner's going to bring. Okay, so I like it. I don't know why people was tripping about that. I guess people just like to trip about crap, but I like that. I thought that was a good move. Good move by the Bucks. They replaced one with a guy that's just like him, could step in there and do the job. And then they got. I mean, honestly, I think Gary Trent Jr. I always thought Kevin Porter was NBA level talent, and he had a lot of off court issues that stopped him. Hopefully, he's mature now, But so I always thought Kevin Porter Jr. was a talent, no doubt. He could ball, but I always thought Gary Trent Jr. was a little overrated. I really thought he was a little overrated. He's a good spot-up shooter, decent defender, but I think he's a little overrated. And so I think that's going to be a problem for Milwaukee. They have Taurean Prince, and I think Taurean Prince is aging. Then they got Bobby Portis, who's good. We know about Bobby Portis, but I don't like the depth of Milwaukee. I don't like the depth that they have, which is not that much. Taurean Prince, Ryan Rollins, Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez. That's who they got. That's what they got here. Well, now it's not Brook Lopez anymore, but yeah. I thought Gary Trent was solid. I always think of Gary Trent as a bench piece. I think that's what it is. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I always thought about him as a bench piece, not a starter on a championship team. That's all I'm saying. I didn't think of him as a starter on a championship team. What's up, Rafs, Knicks, and NBA podcast? How you doing? Yeah, I just never thought of when he was in Portland, and in Toronto, I thought he was a good bench piece, but I never thought about him as a starting level 2 guard on an NBA championship team. I just didn't think, and I still don't think of him like that, So, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out because he's going to start. He's going to be a starter for this Bucks team at the 2 guard spot. He's going to be a starter. So we're going to see. We're going to see how this works out, man. We're going to see. He is going to earn. How much is he earning this year? Is he making a lot of money as a starter? Let's see. Gary Trent Jr. He's good. He's basically an NBA minimum contract, $3.7 million. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, so we already got a third rail candidate. How long have I been on now? I've been on for a little over 23 minutes, and we already got a third rail candidate. That was now I guess we've been spoiled, Knicks Nation. We've been spoiled, Knicks Nation, because for the last couple of weekend podcasts, we haven't had to really have a third rail candidate. But I think right now, one came in. Every once in a while, a sucker walks in. Some fool that jumps over the turnstile and leans over the platform a little too much and then jumps on the track. Every once in a while, we get one like that. Every once in a while. And so I guess I haven't exercised my finger like that in a while, but yeah, it's already done, Jabroni. See, that was quick. That fool walked in talking stupid. You can't come in here talking about Deuce like that. And first, he said we don't need him because we got 33-year-old ass Landry Shamet. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon and Shamet. What a dumbass. So wait. Let me ask you a very honest question. All right, I want to make sure you can hear me. I should do a poll. All right, let me do a poll. Let me do a poll. Let's do a poll. I'm gonna let y'all answer this question. All right, here's the poll. Y'all ready? Y'all see the question? I'm not even gonna say. Y'all see the question? And so you got a player that's available, and I'm not BSing y'all when I say the best ability is availability, right? So you gonna tell me that because you hired this Anthony Ambulance candidate, you talking about trading Deuce McBride, one of the most available players on your roster? So I mean, but look, senior though, somebody said, well, he's not needed because we got Malcolm Brogdon, who averages about 40 games a year. No, he averages about 40 games a year. And he signed to be the third string. See, this is where X has people's mind all screwed up. People already got lineups with Brogdon in it and thinking he's going to be, the sixth man of the year, Brogdon. This is a third string point guard. This is a third string point guard. And people talking about trading your most available player. Because hardly, except for Mikal Bridges, hardly anybody's as available as Deuce. So that fool walked this in. Deuce is going to be moved because we got Shaman and Brogdon. Just for being so stupid, he caught third rail. It wasn't even, it's not even a question we need to even entertain, right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, as a third string point guard, I like Malcolm Brogdon. For real, I'm not even joking. You give me 10 minutes a night of Malcolm Brogdon, that's a third string point guard. And I'm very happy because you know what? He will be playing against second units. And I think he can really dominate some second units. You know what I mean? I think he could play very well. He will be playing second units. And, he comes in for his few minutes at the end of a quarter. Yeah, I think he's going to be very good in that role. He'd be very good. See, the thing is, and this is what a little frustrating for me to watch because this is the fourth season, I think, for Deuce. I think this is his fourth season. So we have been watching him for 3 years or 4 years now play both point guard and off guard. Am I lying about that? He plays both. He plays point guard and he plays off guard. He's not strictly playing one or the other. He stays on the floor. And why? Because they win with him. So he causes a lot of wins. So he stays on the floor a lot. He stays on the floor when Brunson's out there. He stays on the floor when Brunson's not out there. He stays on the floor a lot. So Deuce plays a lot of minutes. So it's not like he's going to lose any minutes because he's going to be playing both guard spots. He's going to be out there with Jordan Clarkson, with Jalen Brunson. He'll be out there with a lot of people. Deuce is going to be out there a lot, okay? So that's why I'm not understanding why people are talking about. Now, last year, Deuce played 25 minutes a game. 25 minutes a game. He played last year. I don't think he's going to lose any minutes at all. I think he's going to still be 25 minutes a game. He's going to be at point. He's going to be at two. Okay, he's going to both. He's going to be playing both. Because the thing is about Deuce is that he can guard legit 3 positions on the floor. He can guard 1s, 2s, and 3s. He can guard them. Okay, he can lock down 1s, 2s, and 3s. Deuce can do that. So you want him out there. Okay. Yeah, so exactly. So I'm thinking Brogdon is a third string dude. I'm not sure he's going to get more than 10 minutes. Somebody said 12. I don't think he's going to get 12. I don't think so. You play Malcolm Brogdon 12 minutes a game, I'm going to guarantee you he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt. No, I'm saying really 8 to 10. 8 to 10. You play Malcolm, I mean, on average. He might play a little less, a little more some games, but depending on the situation. But 8 to 10 minutes, I think he will average. And we're going to do very well with him 8 to 10 minutes a game. I really think so. So I like that. I really like that. We're going to get good bench scoring from him and Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele and Deuce. It's going to be really good, y'all. We got one this year, y'all. Y'all know that, right? We got one this year, man. We got one this year. So, yeah, we got one this year. Yeah, and so I'm looking. There's 46 votes. I don't know who the 2 knuckleheads was that thinks Malcolm Brogdon is more available than Deuce is. I really don't know who those 2 people are. They must be in elementary school. Do I have anybody here? My channel is for 18 and over. I just want y'all to know that. My channel is not for teeny boppers that got somebody's post on their wall and want their autograph. That's okay. Yeah, that's not my channel. But I don't know who the 2% was. I know exactly. That's right, Lloyd, brother. There's some people that may not understand what available means. What's up, Michael Drake? That's true, man. It's sad, but that is daggone true. You know what? I ain't even think of that, Lloyd, brother. They probably don't realize what available means. They probably don't. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean he's able to fly on a plane with them. That doesn't mean he's on the bench with them. Available. Yeah, you're right. All eyes on us. Yo, Guilford, that's a very appropriate one. Tupac, all eyes on me. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I don't. Well, the thing is, Yuri Ark, this is why I like the way that Don handles the media. He don't really single out any. Dolan did that. He singled out media based on somebody that pissed him off. The Don just keeps media at bay. Period. He keeps them at bay. They get a certain amount of time, and then look, the players don't say much controversial stuff either. They're not stupid. None of them players are stupid. They don't open their mouth too much. They're very general with their answers. Very general. The most talkative player is Karl-Anthony Towns with Josh Hart. But even Josh Hart spent more time ragging on Jalen Brunson than he does. Speaking of anything else, he spent more time ragging on Jalen Brunson than anything. But Karl-Anthony Towns talks a lot. He runs his mouth a lot. But yeah, he runs his mouth a lot. Yeah, so, well, McCall don't talk a lot. But when he did, everybody highlighted, right? McCall don't talk a lot. He don't. But when he did say something, he was like E.F. Hutton. When he did say something, everybody listened. Okay? So, yeah, when he like E.F. Hutton. When he did say something, everybody stopped and listened. So when he talked about those minutes, that was the only thing you ever heard him talk about. All of a sudden, Tibbs is gone. Tibbs is gone, man. So, yeah, that he wasn't playing. He wasn't having it. And so yeah. Let me. All right, I'll put for fun. I know everybody's gonna do this. Let me see here. Okay. No, I'm gonna do better than that one. I'm gonna do better than that one, Michael Drake. I'm gonna do better than that one. I'm gonna do better than that one. Watch. All right, wait. This is the next poll. Here's the next poll. We're gonna do over under. I'm going to do over under. Y'all ready? Here it is. Knicks 58 wins for 2025-26, over or under? What do you think? Are they going to win more than 58 or are they going to win less than 58? What do you all think? This is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be an interesting one. Serial Killer, what's up? Good afternoon, bro. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's ride. Yeah, Lloyd, brother. Like, if we could keep, if that fool could stay healthy for 72 games and play 8 to 10 minutes, I think he'll be very, very helpful for the Knicks bench. There's no doubt about it. I just don't want to. I don't want to put too many expectations on Malcolm Brogdon. Let me put it that way. I don't want to have too many expectations because then you'll be disappointed, right? If I can get 8 to 10 minutes a night from him, and he's going to listen. I believe Malcolm Brogdon, if he's healthy for any time he's playing, he's going to win us some games. That's the right. He going to win us a couple of games. Okay, I mean, just being who he is, there's going to be a couple of nights where he's going to win us some games, man. There's no doubt about it. And that's worth it. Oh, so everybody's over 58. Okay. Okay, Jabroni. I mean, this is a legit question. This is not like the availability question with Deuce. This is legit. So, I mean, they could win 55. I think. What did BSPN have the Knicks at? What did Vegas have the Knicks at? The Knicks odds. I think it was like 53, right? I think BSPN or Vegas had the Knicks odds at 53. I think it was 53. I think 53. Yeah, I think it was 53. So I think they're going to go over that. I mean, if everybody's healthy, they're going to go. The Knicks, look, and I'm including Cleveland, on paper, based on what this team did last year with this roster just coming together, to me, the Knicks are the class of the East. They are. The Knicks are the class of the East. And I'm not just saying that, because last year I said it was Boston was the class of the East and Cleveland. But this year, the Knicks are the class of the East, man. I mean, I'm not even joking. They are. They're the class of the East. Yeah. And that alone brings some heavy expectations, doesn't it? Because, they're the class of the East. There's no team better than them on both sides of the ball, to me. Cleveland, I ain't thinking about Cleveland. First, Cleveland missing both Max Strus and Darius Garland to start the season. Okay, they're missing both of those cats to start the season. Okay, so they ain't gonna come out and surprise everybody like they did last year. That ain't happening. They're the class of the East, man. And so you're talking about when you're talking about Eastern Conference, right? What are we talking about? So let's take a look. We're talking about the Eastern Conference. You're talking about. Let me see. I cannot name a team in the Eastern Conference that's better than the Knicks. I can't. I mean, Boston, no Tatum, no bueno. Philly, let's not laugh. Okay, then I mean, Milwaukee's gonna be good. Indiana, come on, no Miles Turner, no Halliburton. Cleveland on paper, but listen, I ain't worried about their ass. If Mitch Roberts playing, they better hide their lunch money. And then Detroit is coming. I ain't gonna front in Orlando. Detroit and Orlando is coming. There's no doubt. But are y'all really worried about Orlando in a 7-game series? You hear what I'm saying? Are y'all worried about Orlando in a 7-game series? I'm not. I am not worried about Orlando in a 7-game series. I'm not. I'm more concerned with Detroit. Yeah. I mean, Orlando's going to be good, but the Knicks can dispatch them. I'm not worried about them. The Knicks are the class of the East, man. Now, are they the best team in the league? No, I'm not going to say that. They're not the best team in the league. I mean, to me, Oklahoma City is the best team in the league. Oklahoma City is head and shoulders above everybody right now. So you got Oklahoma City. They're going to be really good, man. OKC is going to be really good. Don't sleep on Houston. Houston's going to be good, too. Memphis. You got some teams out there now. Of course, the Denver Nuggets are always good as long as you got the Joker in Minnesota, too. So you got some teams out there. But in the East, yeah, it's going to be a dogfight. Hey, the Knicks ain't going to just stroll to the Eastern Conference. Fine. But they're the best team in the East right now. When you talk about top to bottom, I cannot see a team with 9 players like the Knicks had that could do the business they could do. Now you add Shamet, right? You're talking about 10. So you're talking about what? Yabusele, Hart, Deuce, if Deuce is not starting. Yabusele, Hart, Deuce, Jordan Clarkson, and then Shamet. And then if you start Deuce and you bring Mitch Rob, to me, that's even more dangerous. You put Mitch Rob on their bench with them. I don't know, man. I don't know. We just gotta pray that they stay healthy. That's it. No, I don't think that much, Andrew Abraham. I love you, man, but no. I think they're gonna be rough now, but damn, I ain't seen no offense like when Golden State was at their height, or Chicago with Jordan, Pippen, Rodman at their height. Teams that win 70 plus games, those are historic teams, right? But I'm looking for some defensive crunch time. I'm looking for some stops. Okay. Can Karl Anthony Towns show up on defense? And I seen it was already mentioned on X. All he said was, I welcome the criticism because helps me get better. Well, Negro, you better come out there and be better. That's all I want to say. You better come out there and be better. Don't have OG having to talk to you again. He got a lot of weapons, Michael Dre. He got a lot of weapons. And I ain't saying the Knicks ain't going to be good now. They are. Like I said, they're the class of the East. The Knicks are the class of the East. But you going to compare them to all-time teams? I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Don't go that far. No. They good, though. They real good. The Knicks are the class of the East, man. I ain't joking. Yep. I agree, Senior Beef. The fact that he's lighter is going to be better on his legs. There's no doubt. It's going to be better on his legs. It's going to be. The lineup I'm looking forward to seeing. That's hard. I think the lineup I really want to see is Deuce with the starters. Whether that's the starting 5 or is it something that when Deuce comes off the bench. I'm looking to see Deuce with the starters. I think that's going to be dynamic. I'm looking to see Mitch Rob with the bench unit. Like, I don't know if that's how they're going to start it, but if you give me Mitch Rob, Yabusele, Hart, Jordan Clarkson, and Shamet, I want to see that. I want to see that bench team. I want to see that bench unit. And then maybe you bring in Brogdon for Jordan Clarkson or Brogdon for Shamet. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I'm going to see that. Like I said, I can't guarantee you what starting unit is going to be, but I think we're going to see that combination in a game. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let me see. That's a good question. He asked, how many minutes did Deuce play with the 4 starters last year? That's an excellent question. Let me look it up. I keep Basketball Reference open for just such an emergency. Let's see here. Let's see. With the Deuce with the 4 starters. So you're talking about it would be who would be sitting in that scenario? I tell you what, Deuce played with Towns, Hart, Brunson, and Anunoby. That's without Bridges. And they were plus 34. Oh, shit. They were plus 34, man. Damn. And then Deuce played with Towns, Payne, Bridges, and Anunoby. They were plus 31. Damn. Deuce played with Bridges, Brunson, Hart, and Towns. So there's him again with 4 starters. Plus 11. plus 11. The only lineups where Deuce was negative, you guess what? The only lineups where Deuce was negative was with Precious Achua. Now, isn't that something? With Precious Achua, last year, for whatever reason, Deuce was negative. Whatever lineup he had with Precious wasn't working out. But with 4 starters in Deuce, plus 30, plus 31, plus 11, yeah, Deuce and 4 starters is dynamite. And you know why? Because Deuce don't make a lot of mistakes, right? He doesn't have to be Jalen Brunson. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And if you sleep on him, he's going to kill you, right? And then he's going to play lockdown defense at the point of attack. So you have all of that. And then he still is a high IQ player. So he don't make a lot of mistakes. And so you put him in any of those lineups, plus. Craziness, man. Craziness. And then somebody was telling me, well, I don't think Deuce should play with Brunson because they're weak. And I said, you must be out your goddamn mind, because I'm looking at Deuce with Brunson, right? Deuce with Brunson. They played last year, Deuce and Brunson together. Let me see. Brunson and Deuce played 693 minutes. That's a lot of time, right? Don't you think? I think that's a lot of time, 693 minutes. They were plus 8 together. Plus 8. Plus freaking 8. Deuce and Mitch Rob, plus 23. Damn. Deuce and Anunoby, plus 11. Deuce and Bridges, plus 9. Deuce and Towns, plus 9. Deuce and Hart, plus 8. And we need to trade Deuce. Wait, let's revisit that stupidness again. And we need to trade Deuce because we got Malcolm Brogdon. Are you out of your freaking mind? Some people just straight stupid, man. I'm trying to tell you. Some people just straight stupid. He deserved the 3rd round. He deserved it, saying something so stupid. You got to get out of here, man, with that. You put Deuce in almost any lineup, plus. They're outscoring everybody, man. Shoot. Wait. Let me look at his plus minus. I know I looked at it before, but I just like looking at it. It's like looking at a straight A damn report card. Hang on. Let me get his on and off. Let me get his on and off for Mr. Miles McBride. How about that? He's plus 6 in the regular season. He's plus 11 in the playoffs. But we need to trade him because we got broke ass Malcolm Brogdon, Anthony Ambulance ass. We need to trade this McBride because we got him. Well, he got my attention, Gilbert. He got me. He won the prize. He won the prize. He won the prize for that one. Oh my God. What the hell? And wait. You're paying him $4 million. You're paying him $4 million. Nothing, Yuri. Nothing. Just the same old BS, man. We all right. Shoot. All right. Let me ask you all a question. All right. Here's another poll. So I am proud. I am proud of you all. I am so happy. My channel has got the crew of dudes and ladies that I need. This is what I want from the channel. This is what I've been working for. I got a crew of dudes and ladies that I can really flow with. This ain't the channel for the BS debate. No, this is the channel for the real Knicks Nation. We are for the Knicks, with the Knicks, of the Knicks. You hear what I'm saying? Fuck that, excuse me. Mother flock that for the fans, by the fans. Mother flock that with all the nuts you got in New York City running around that need drugs or something. Nah, this is for the Knicks, by the Knicks, of the Knicks, period. Now, I'm going to give you all another poll. Here we go, another poll. All right, ready? All right, we're going to answer this question. I answered it. I didn't really answer. I purposely didn't answer because I don't know. But I told y'all the pluses and minuses of each situation. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see who else. One more, one more. All right, ready? Here's the poll. Here's the poll. Here's the poll. Who is your fifth starter? So we got Deuce, Mitch, Hart, or other. Because some fool gonna say, I want Malcolm Brogdon to start. Somebody gonna say that. But who is your fifth starter? So we got 4 options here. Who's your fifth starter? And you can't really go wrong. I mean, others kind of like, what the hell are you thinking? But we'll see. Who's your fifth starter? You can't really go on with any of these 3 dudes. I can't say something negative about you, whichever one of them dudes you choose. I can't, because you got legit reasons for any one of them. If you said Hart, I wouldn't fight you because Hart been starting for 2 years. If you said Mitch, I wouldn't fight you because you got the Twin Towers. You got Mitch back there. If you said Deuce, of course I'm gonna be with you because Deuce is my dude. But you can't really go wrong here. You really can't. So, but I am interested to see what y'all think. What does Knicks Nation think? Because I have to say, I got on my channel the sanest dudes in Knicks Nation. I don't know how. See, X has gone off the freaking deep end. Like I said, I think some of them cats is 12 and 15 years old. I really do. I think some of them dudes out there, they looking at Playboy with one hand on their private parts and the other hand on their poster of who they want to, get their autograph. And I think that's what it is, because some of them cats on X is out of control. And then now X is getting all types of political out here. I mean, they're getting all types of political. It's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Go for it. Damn, it's like, what the hell, man? So anyway, yeah, I think they messing, they got one hand on their private wishing they can get some trim, and then they got the other hand, on the keyboard. And they like 12, 15 years old. They just finished puberty and they starting to discover girls. I think that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. Seriously. That's why I don't really want to get involved in that, because I don't want to be going back and forth with no damn 13-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. All right, so what we got here? It was close. I gotta say, I kind of expected it to be close. So you got Mitch Rob leading the way, 49%, followed by Deuce at 42%, and everybody else is trailing. Yeah, I can't hate on that. I ain't mad at you. Again, we're going back to Tupac. I ain't mad at you. I can't get mad at you with that. I ain't mad at you, because I can understand that. I can totally understand that. You know what? Mitch Rob, like I said, they played this cat 25 minutes a game, and he's hitting his foul shots, let's say 70%. Get them rings ready for us. You hear what I'm saying? If Mitch Rob is playing 25, and he plays 72 games now, and he's shooting about 70% from the foul line, just get them rings ready for us. Rack them mess up. We'll take it. Shoot. Because Mitch Rob is a key here. Key game-changing player. Talking about offensive rebounds. Talk about rim protection. Yeah. And if you wanted to play 5 out with Deuce, hell yeah, you could do that. Andrew Abraham, that's a question that I don't even know. I'd only be guessing. All we could do is hope. With respect to OG Anunoby, all we could do is hope. I'm hoping he plays more than 70 games. He did a really good job last year. I think OG was not appreciated the way he should have been last year. I think he was not appreciated. He played OG played at least 70 games last year, right? I think he played more than that. I think he played at least 70 games last year. Let me see. OG Anunoby. Give me OG. All right, let's see. 6'7", 240 pounds of fury. He played 74 games last year. I'll give this Negro an A+. He gets an A+. I'm saying. And so to answer your question, Andrew Abraham, anytime I could get 70 games or more from OG Anunoby and playoffs, I'm happy. I'm happy as a pig in doo-doo. What's up, HP Carlos? Shout out. Yeah, I don't think he got, and I mean, am I the only one that noticed I seen more offensive game out of OG last year than ever. Like even when he was in Toronto, he ain't show offensive game like he showed last year, man. And in fact, I'm looking at his stats. Do you know last year was a career high for him in points? It was a career high. It was a career high in points and a career high in minutes. In fact, and he tied his career high for games played. Last time he played 74 games was a rookie. And he made a career high as a starter. 74 games he started. We had a lot of career highs. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm afraid to make that the norm. I mean, I hope he does. But damn, he was really good last year. He shot 37% from three, 81% from the line. You can't ask for much more than that. You really can't. I mean, damn. I mean, you can't really ask much more than that from him. He really, OG was busting tail last year, taking names. I loved his game, man. I loved his game. Now, he was minus 11 in the playoffs, but okay, we'll give him that. He was plus 3 during the season, minus 11 in the playoffs. But yeah, we need Suni Lee at every game. Definitely. Suni Lee. Suni, come back, baby doll. Come back. But I don't think he really is seeing her, though. I think that's a media creation. I don't think he's seeing Suni. Suni was seeing some football player, wasn't he? I thought she was seeing some football. How many minutes I want from Bridges and Brunson? I don't give a crap as long as we win. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care how many minutes they play. They can play 20 together. They can play 50 together. As long as we win. That's all I care about. Are we winning? Shit. That's a question that I don't give a crap. Who's going to be all NBA? I don't give a crap. Who's going to be all-star? I don't care. Are we going to win 58 games this year? Are we going to finish top in the East? Talk to me about that. Who the hell cares about them individually? Shit. I don't care. Play together, don't play together. Win some goddamn games, right? That's the whole thing. Win some games. Shit. All that play together shit. I don't care. Win some goddamn games. Let me see how many games they played together. How many minutes? I think if I was to look at it, I would say that they played a lot. I would say they probably played more than 700 minutes together last year. Let's take a look. I think so. If I was to look at how many minutes they played together last year, I'm sure I would see a lot of minutes. Let me see. Let's take a look. Mikal Bridges. Let's take a look. Bridges. All right. So let's see with the lineups with him. You said him and Brunson. I don't think it's going to be any different from last year, except McCall probably get a little bit more rest. I know he's going to get his rest. Let me see here. Bridges and Brunson. They played 2,000 minutes together last year. There was only plus 1.2. I mean, that's not, I wouldn't consider that, earth shaking, right? They played almost 2,000 minutes together last year. There was 1.2. Now, put it this way. When Bridges played with Shamet, they played 270 minutes plus 21. When Bridges played with Mitch Robb, they played 222 minutes plus 11. Let's say Bridges with McBride, 1,000 minutes plus 9. I don't know. I'm more interested in him playing with them other cats. Brunson and Bridges, there was only plus 1.2. Yeah. I don't think either player are going to catch the minutes that you just mentioned. I don't think Bridges is going to play 37 minutes a game. And I don't think Brunson's going to play 35. I really don't. Honestly, I'd be surprised if either of those guys went over 34 minutes a game. I would be surprised. I think they would be between 32 and 34, honestly, because of the depth. This is why you have depth, right? This is why you have depth. You have depth because you got a lot of talent. You don't have to push one guy to play 40 minutes. That's a Tom Thibodeau thing. That is not a Mike Brown thing. So I'm thinking you're going to have too many guys that can come in. You got Hart that can come and play the 3. Bridges can play the 3. Bridges can play the 2. Deuce can play the 2. Jordan Clarkson can play the 2, right? You got a lot of combinations, that can play different positions. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to need somebody to play that kind of minutes. That's last year. That's Tom Thibodeau stuff. That ain't going to happen here. Coach Hauser, if I had tickets to go to the Knicks practice, I'd like to see what Macomb Daddy looks like too. Or, in Westchester. Because that's where you're going to see him. You ain't going to see him playing. I mean, unless he overwhelms Brown. And, I'll be honest, I kind of think Diawara is more ready for prime time than Daddy is right now. And that's not saying Daddy is not going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I think Daddy is going to be an excellent ball player. But I think Diawara is more ready for prime time right now. I really do. I just from looking at his defense, 7-foot freaking wingspan at 6'9". I think we may see more Diawara. That's it, Coach House. We are deep as hell. We are, really. Yeah, so we don't need to be pushing people that many minutes. I think you're going to want Brunson and McCall closing games for you. I think you're gonna want them closing games for you because the clutch, both of them, right? McCall and Brunson, clutch freaking players, both of them, clutch. Okay. Well, I don't know. He's distracted, Andrew. He needs Suni Lee there to show out. He see the girl sitting there watching with him, and then all of a sudden he start dunking backwards in mess. He start going crazy in mess. You start having Suni Lee out there. Homie gets to another level, man. That's what I'm saying. So I think OG's all good. And I think Suni Lee's all good when she see them digits, 215 million of them. I think she's pretty good too. So yeah, that's the thing. Wolverines 1986. I would like to see more offense run through Cat, but not exclusively. This ain't high school. But you're going to have offense run through Cat, offense run through Brunson, right? You're going to get a combination of cats. This ain't high school. You just stick with one guy. Anne Hathaway is as homely as hell to me. I mean, this is one of them chicks that they got to put the right lighting on her, put all kind of foundation on her face, make sure she look. When you see her on the sideline of the game, she looked like she just stepped out of a coffin to me. She looked dead. I'd be like, what the hell? What? I'd be like, what is the infatuation with this chick? She must have made the deal with somebody because I don't see nothing about her that, Let me say, I don't see. That's what I'm saying. I could see Suni Lee all day, every day, twice on Sunday. But Anne Hathaway, it's like, what the hell? What? Yeah, I like her when she's dressed plain, like when she's just trying to be Monica. I ain't like her on a catwalk. Some girls can look like catwalk money. I don't like her on a catwalk. I don't like her on a catwalk. Oh, is that right, Wolverine? I didn't know that. Wait. Wolverine. Suni Lee is from Minnesota, I think, if I'm not mistaken. She's from Minnesota, right? Her and that little blonde chick that played WNBA and Suggs, all of them from Minnesota, right? Yeah, look, Monica always looks good. But I'm just saying, I've seen people on catwalks that, be like that. Be like, damn. Shoot. But especially on that Miami catwalk, when they be doing that in Miami. Yeah, Gato hooked him up. Is that what it was? But yeah, there's others. Miss Sherrod. Y'all know Miss Sherrod, right? I forgot her first name. Miss Sherrod could do, she'd do a little something. Miss Sherrod. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We would treat people like the way damn Trump treat his boy Charlie Kirk if they talked about Monica like that. We'd be all up in grills and mess, right? We'd be censoring people and mess. You can't be dealing with Monica like that. Exactly. I got you, Andrew. I got you. But somebody mentioned Anne Hathaway. I'd be like, what the hell? I don't get it. I don't get it at all, man. I just don't. There's some people that's got it and some don't. That poor child, I'm glad she's a great actress. Glad she's a great actress. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm glad she's a great actress. All I'm gonna say. She's not Molly. She's not Molly. You hear what I'm? She's not Molly. Molly? Oh, Molly. Molly. hmm Molly. Definitely. Definitely Molly. She's not Molly. Mm-mm. I don't even know. I don't know. Yeah, good for her. I hope she lands on her feet somewhere. They disrespected her. They've been disrespecting Molly. To me, I feel like they've been disrespecting Molly, man. I feel like Molly been getting disrespected for a minute. Them cats on BSPN is full of crap. Oh, do you, Michael J? We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, OG did have his best season statistically, and with the eye test, I have to say it was OG's best season. I don't know how he didn't make an All NBA defensive team. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what the hell they was talking about. You know what though, Guilford? I saw Trey Young's response to Pat Bev. I didn't really see what Pat Bev said, but I can see how Pat Bev would say those things. But I loved how Trey answered him though. And you know what? Trey Young is right. I told y'all, I always diss him because he's playing against the Knicks, but the Leprechaun could ball, man. The Leprechaun could ball. I ain't gonna front. That's one little dude that could ball. Shit. I mean, right? He could do some business, man. And we've seen him do business on us with his little nut curl on his little throwing the dice on the Knicks thing. We know homie got nuts on him for real. He got nuts on him. So I mean, shoot, I appreciate a dude that could stand on his nuts like that. He got the real heart. You hear what I'm saying? He got the real heart. Well, I think in this career series, fam, I think we got him on that. I think we got him on that. I think we got him on that. But I ain't gonna front. The Leprechaun got game. To say he don't got game. I mean, he's no defensive whiz, right? But he got game, man. He offensively, boy, does his thing. Yeah, okay. Everybody got their opinion. I seen Monica. I took a picture with Monica. I got to get up close to Monica. That juice looks sweet. That's all I'm gonna say. That juice looks sweet. That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's just some sweet juice, period. Dyson Daniels does have his back. Yeah, she's kind of tall. I would say she's at least 5'8", 5'9". She's a tall young woman. She's a little bit too tall for my taste, but to me, a woman is like an art form, so you appreciate the art of it. She's a beautiful girl. You appreciate the art. Yeah, that's what I thought, Lord. Then you got the official stats good. Yeah, because I thought the Knicks got his number. But when he does win, he makes everybody know he won, right? When he does win, he lets the whole Madison Square Garden know he won. He lets the whole Atlanta know they won because he happy he beats the Knicks. I like that. He's got the Reggie Miller vibe. If you've been around when Reggie Miller was playing against the Knicks, he got the Reggie Miller vibe. Oh, you do, Javon? I like mine closer to 5 feet. My wife is 5 feet. I like something between 5 feet, 5'4", something like that. Yeah. My wife was 5 feet. My girlfriend before her was 5'1". I like nicely put together petite woman. Yeah, definitely. That's why I like Suni Lee. Suni Lee's, she had a little bit more melanin. I feel better about it. But she's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Monica's nice looking. Nice looking young woman, man. Definitely. Nice looking sister. No doubt about it. You know who's tall? Swing Cash is tall. Y'all remember Swing Cash? Swing Cash is tall. She's a tall young lady. I think Swing Cash is over 6'1" or something, 6'2", something like that. Swing Cash is tall. I think she's in the New Orleans organization now. She was in MSG before, out of UConn. Yeah, she's kind of tall, you know. And that young babe, that the babe that wins all them MVPs in the WNBA, Asia, I think Wilson, right? Asia Wilson. She's a nice looking woman too. She's tall. She's a tall girl, but she's a see now that would cause me to watch WNBA basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because when she's dribbling, when she's shooting, when she's rebounding, I'm looking at other stuff and I'm appreciating what I'm seeing. Okay, like have y'all been watching? I don't know. Have y'all caught the World Championships in Tokyo? Have any of y'all caught the World Championships in Tokyo? Ooh, ooh, sisters. Ooh, 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 ooh. Whole bunches. Mm, mm. World Championships in Tokyo. Very beautiful things to see there. That is beautiful art right there. Beautiful art. Yeah, beautiful art. Oh, Halliburton is more annoying to me. Halliburton almost looked fairy-like. Man, he's like a little fairy. You know, he's not even. Trey is, you looking at Trey Young. He looked like a little innocent boy, but he's like an assassin. He got that assassin look in his eyes. Trey Young, to me, he got the assassin look, and he comes with the gonads. You know what I mean? But Halliburton looked like the little kid that's running after he throws something at you. You know, yeah. Uh, oh yeah, Trey Young would be dynamite at MSG, but we got Jalen Brunson, so I'm good. Yeah, you got Jalen Brunson, so I'm good. But yeah, I respect Trey Young more than I respect Hal. And Halliburton could ball. And I ain't gonna front. He could. He's a good ball player, but real good. But um, yeah, I'd rather deal with Trey. It's like Reggie Miller. You hate him, but you respect him. You know what I'm saying? I hate him, but I respect him. Yeah, I respect him. Nah, Javon, he's the one that everybody wanted to punch in the face. Halliburton is that kid that you wanted to punch, and you didn't punch him in the face. You punched him in the shoulder in high school. Yeah, yeah. So watch out for Atlanta this year, though. Dyson Daniels with the Leprechaun and them cats, Jalen Johnson and all them. They're gonna be rough, man. They're gonna be rough this year. They really are. Unless somebody gets hurt, they're gonna be ready to go. Them cats gonna be ready. Yeah. Say, where is John? He used to be in Atlanta and he played in Utah last year. I heard he went to another team. What's his John Collins? Where John Collins playing at, y'all? Where is he at? John Collins. Let me look him up. Where John Collins? He's not. I don't think he's in. I don't think he's in Utah this year. I think he's on another team. Clippers. Oh, he's on the Clippers. Okay, he's on the Clippers. Okay, because I knew he was on. He was traded to Utah, and now he's on the Clippers. Okay, Clippers trying their best to put something together. Let's see. Let's see how it work out. Let's see how it work out. Jalen Johnson's a bucket. He's a rebound. He's a fast break. He's a block shot. Jalen Johnson can do everything. I really like that boy. He's got some talent, man. Jalen Johnson's an up and coming superstar. He really, to me, he got talent. You know, there was just attitude or fear of possible attitude when he's coming out of Duke. But um, yeah, I know Kawhi Gate. Yeah, I know. They trying their best, but they just can't get out their own way. That's been their problem all the time. Yeah, apparently, because he hasn't had no attitude problems in the ATL, Andrew. We haven't had no attitude problems from Jalen Johnson in the Hawks. None. They just gave him a nice fat bag. I mean, he got money. He got his money, man. Let me see what he got. He got a nice contract. He got a nice contract. They gave him a nice extension. He started off in the G League with the boy that got the fine sister. I forgot his name. Cooper. He started off in the G League with Cooper, but then he just blossomed, man. And they had to bring him through because he's just too good. But yeah, he had there was some problems, possible issues with Jalen Johnson is making $30 million a year. 30 million. He's making 30 million a year. He has what's his contract? A 5-year, $150 million extension. That's how much they think of him. 5 years, $150 million for Jalen Johnson. I told you he good. They think so too. He dropped his draft stock dropped because of the word out of Duke about his attitude. But that's Duke. If you're not a quiet boy, Duke don't want you. So yeah, yeah, he's still holding out, but he gonna end up. He keep messing around. He gonna end up taking the qualifying offer. You're gonna end up getting the qualifying offer. You keep messing around. He should have took whatever is 15, 16 they offered him. He should have took it. He should have took that. I thought he should take that, quit playing. But whoever's representing him is doing this, and I don't know who's representing him, but he's working on his game. He's working on his game, but I think he's gonna end up playing for the qualifying offer. Wait, David Smith, are you serious? No, you're not serious, are you? Why would you even mention Jalen Brunson as a possible trade? Why would you even mention that? Even in the wildest, stupid ass fantasy, why would you mention that? Jalen Brunson's a New York Knick. We're not doing nothing with Jalen Brunson except dressing him and starting him. What the hell? Who says no? You spend too much time on damn X. What the hell was that? You don't even mention no damn Jalen Brunson in no trade. Don't even joke like that. What, you crazy? What's wrong with you? This ain't X. Shit. What's wrong with you? But I was going to say this before I was rudely interrupted about that dumb shit. Hold on. Look. If Grimes signs the qualifying offer, okay, if Grimes signs the qualifying offer, what do y'all think next summer? He'll be an unrestricted free agent. He'd be an unrestricted free agent next summer. If Grimes signs the qualifying offer, he'll be an unrestricted free agent next summer. What do y'all think? Because Jordan Clarkson's on a 1-year deal. Landry Shamit's on a 1-year deal. 1-year deal. If you could get Grimes, what do you think? You get a Grimes, not in his prime. Would you bring him back? What do you think? I know a lot of people are into trying to get DiVincenzo back, but the problem with that is I don't think DiVincenzo is going to be available for a while. But if Grimes signs the qualifying offer, he's unrestricted free agent next summer. That's the risk that Philadelphia is taking. If they only give him the qualifying offer, he's unrestricted next summer. He can go anywhere he wants. Okay. I know they would see you beef. I agree with you. But with respect to Grimes, he'd be unrestricted. Philly couldn't do nothing. He could sign with whoever he wants next summer. Can you imagine that, though? See, in order to get Grimes and Hartenstein, people got to go. Somebody's got to go. You can't have both of them cats without letting go of people. So Shamet wouldn't be back. Jordan Clarkson wouldn't be back. You might have to trade Josh Hart. You couldn't get those two dudes and not let go of some salary. You have to let go of some stuff, man. You have to let go of some stuff. Yeah. So, but it is possible. All I'm saying is, technically, he could sign anywhere he wants. That would include the Knicks. Technically, Quentin Grimes could sign anywhere he wants. I don't know. Maybe this guy's 12, something like that. Maybe he's like 12 years old. 13, something like that. Maybe he's like 13, 15 years old. Something like that. Anyway. You would, Lloyd's brother? I'd be intrigued too. I mean, because he'd be unrestricted. That would be interesting. He would not start. That would be the thing. If Grimy is looking to start, that would be a problem because they're going to be starting Mikal Bridges for the next 5 years, and they're going to be starting OG Anunoby, and there's not going to be any change to that. That's it. So yeah. So if he's willing to become that sixth man, that would be dynamic, man. That would be dynamic. That would be dynamic. Yeah, that would be dynamic. We'd have to drop salary, John Pettit. We'd have to drop salary. So we would definitely have to drop Clarkson and Shannon. They would not be back. Those two guys would be gone. You probably have to trade Josh Hart. You have to trade Josh Hart. He's an expiring $21 million next year. So you can trade him. And so you can create, probably with just those three moves, you could create about $26 million in space. Now, if you're going to sign Josh Grimes, if you want Hartenstein back, also, you're going to have to let Ariel Huporty go. You may have to trade Mitchell Robinson. You're going to have to let Ariel Huporty go for sure. And so, that's what you're going to be dealing with. I don't know. If you're all right, now, this is a good point that Michael Drake brings up. I like that. Okay, so Michael Drake said he would re-sign Jordan Clarkson if given that situation. So let me ask you. So you're going to have Quentin Grimes, who's 25. Jordan Clarkson is 33. So you saying you would rather re-sign 33-year-old Jordan Clarkson than sign 25-year-old Quentin Grimes? Is that? No, I'm just saying I wouldn't. I would sign Quentin Grimes. I would try to get Grimes. It depends on how tight my money is. If my money's tight, then yeah, I'll bring back them cats on 1-year deals. But if I could get Grimes, I don't know. Because I done locked up my backup 2 spot for the next 5 years if I get Grimes, man. Yeah, if I could get Grimes. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I honestly think that Philly is going to sign Quentin Grimes to other than the qualifying offer. I think they're going to come to a meeting of the minds. He'll sign in Philly. That's what I'm thinking. Because there's no way they're going to let him become unrestricted next summer. That would be out of this crazy. That would be crazy. I keep both Deuce and Grimes. I'm not giving up Deuce. Talk to me about giving up Deuce when he's 29. As long as he's 25, no. 26, no. 27, no. I'm keeping Deuce. But if I could get Deuce and Grimes as my bench unit, oh, shoot, man. Oh, shoot. If I could get them as my bench unit, fam, that's all I'm saying. Oh, man, shoot. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. So I would get, if I could get Grimes and Deuce and keep them with Yabusele, Grimes, Deuce. Yeah, I want that. Hell yeah, I want that. Shoot. And by next year, okay, now next year is going to be a kind of put up or shut up year for Daddy A. Next year, not this year. Y'all dying to see Daddy. Next year, he's on the big stage. It's going to be time to put up or shut up. Not this year, next year. Okay. So that was that. Michael Drake, if you remember the exact circumstances, they had to give him a more opportunity to play somewhere. He was never going to start over Mikal Bridges. He wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to get the minutes that he wanted, that he needed. He wasn't going to get them. So they got him somewhere where he could. Next year, Josh Hart may be available. That's all I'm saying to y'all. Josh Hart may be available next year. That's what I'm saying. So we'll see. Yeah, so Josh Hart might be available. We'll see how this works out. We're going to see. They may bring him back, but that's going to be expensive. $21 million this year. He's going to probably want 21, 22, 23 next time. That's what I'm saying. If I could get Grimes in at 18, I don't know. I think I'll take that. I think I'll do that. If I can get Grimes 4 years, 72, I think I'll take it. I think I'll take that. No, I hear you, Andrew. I don't know how they're going to work it out. It's next year, right? And so there's a lot of variables that we'll have to see as we get into it. But I know that Hartenstein's going to be available. Isaiah Hartenstein's going to be available next year. Josh Hart's going to be available next year. How that works, I don't know. But those cats are going to be available next year. All right. So if we could get, let me ask you, if we get, like, let's say they let Clarkson's contract go, they let Shamit's contract go, and they traded Josh Hart into somebody's space, if that was possible. Or somebody took Josh Hart because he's an expiring deal. So now, let me ask you a question. So you got $27 million. Let's say you could get Hartenstein 4 years, $80 million. That's $20 million. So you could get Hartenstein and bring him in the fold, right? I mean, I think you could. If you could get that, I don't know, y'all. That's enticing. I'm going to say that. It's enticing. It's enticing. And I think a lot depends on how well the Knicks do this year, how well Mitchell Robinson does this year. That's going to be very important to see. Yeah. I'm saying, Coach, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. Man. And then if you could keep Mitch Rob too, I don't know. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. We'll see. I think that would be something else. Well, I don't know, because the reason I bring it up is because I'm 100% sure Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be available next summer. I could tell you that for sure. I'm looking at the numbers. There is no way Oklahoma City's paying $184 million tax. There is no way. So Hartenstein's going to come off the books. There's no way. Okay. And Josh Hart's going to be in an expiring deal next summer. So they're going to be available. He didn't snub the Knicks. Where the hell you get that from? See, y'all looking at too much freaking X. Hartenstein did not snub the Knicks. What kind of bullcrap is that? He did not snub the Knicks. Will you get your story straight? Damn. Hartenstein ain't snub no Knicks. What's wrong with y'all? Snub the Knicks. Ugh. The Knicks were only allowed to offer him a limited amount of money. That was the problem. What? He's supposed to take half to be faithful to the Knicks? What is wrong with y'all? So Oklahoma City could offer him 90, and the Knicks would only offer him 40, and he's supposed to say, oh, yes, I'm going to stay in New York for lose $50 million. Come on, y'all. The Knicks, he ain't snubbed no Knicks. He was smart. He was smart. Like you would be. It's amazing. Hopefully. You wouldn't say, oh, I love my job so much. A competitor's offering me $20,000 more, but I want to give a hometown discount to my boss because I like him so much. I'll take a $20,000 cut and salary. He ain't snub. Yeah, and by saying the word snub, you acting like all of a sudden he's supposed to be an enemy of the Knicks. That's what you acting like. Yeah, you can sit there and be stubborn if you want. See where that gets you. You can sit there and be stubborn if you want. Brunson took $100 million less. It was theoretical. It wasn't hard money. Brunson signed a $150 million extension. So I don't know about you, but $150 million is a long way from $50 million. Yeah, I mean, he may not pet it. He may not. This is business, and the Don's into business. Yes, he may not. I don't know. I think Cat understands what you just said is true, John Pettit. That's why he's trying to win the chip while he can. When he's 32, 33, you think the Knicks going to be sitting here paying him $60 million? Oh, hell no. You know better than that. The Don ain't doing that. So he know that's why he's trying to win this chip now. No, I don't give a crap about stuff like that. So wait. Why would I lose respect? Andrew, let me ask you a serious question. Why would I lose respect for Kawhi Leonard? What about, like, why? Because he signed a secret deal to get another $29 million? Why would I lose respect for Kawhi Leonard? Why? I don't really. Why? Would you like, okay, so do you know, like, I knew people, I work in IT. I knew people that was working in HR at more than one of my companies that I work for. And they were working in IT, HR for two different companies, and neither company knew it. Why? Because they were getting full salaries from working at home at two different companies. Everybody would do that. So you're getting 100,000 from company A, you're the HR, and you're getting 100,000 from company B, and you're in their HR. I would do it. I don't understand what's wrong with Kawhi Leonard getting $29 million if Mr. Ballmer wants to give it to him. Would you say no? Oh, I don't want to circumvent the NBA rules, so let's just stick with my contract. Come on, man. Come on, man. I ain't worried about the damn scandal. That's his problem. I know Kawhi got his money. Now, if I'm the Don, I wouldn't pay Kawhi jack crap. He's too unavailable for me. Right now, Kawhi Leonard is playing on reputation. It comes to a point where cats do that. I'm not saying he's still not good, but he's playing on reputation. If it's actual performance on the floor, he ain't done jack crap since he left Toronto. Honestly, tell me, what has he done since he left Toronto? Where his team's been since he left Toronto? He's been a part-time player getting $30 and $40 million a year since he left Toronto. I don't want nothing to do with him. But as far as a person, hell yeah, take your $29 million, man. Go to the bank with that money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go get that money, man. Go get it. So he's getting, I don't know how much they paying him as a player, and they pay him another $29 million on the side. Get that money. I heard there was somebody on X. I'm glad I don't remember their name because they don't deserve for me to say their name per se. I'm done with the Knicks if they did that with Brunson. You done? And I thought to myself, please be done. Please leave. Don't come back. Go to another team. I'm done with the Knicks if they did the same. If they did a Kawhi with Brunson, like what the hell? What do you care? I don't understand people acting like they're supposed to have a say in how much a guy makes. And mostly it's these so-called conservatives that believe in free market. Hypocrisy is real, y'all. It's real. It is real. It is real. Hypocrisy is real. Oh my God, man. I'm done with the Knicks if they did that with Brunson. What the hell, man? Ugh. Anyway. I said, please be done. Please be done. Go away. Don't come back. Don't speak on the Knicks. Don't even mention it anymore. Go to Brooklyn. Do something. Get away. Please be done. Go away. Bye-bye. Oh, as if we need you. Yes, there's a salary cap for a reason. And there's also competition for a reason. It's called sports. People are very competitive, including the owners. You remember George Steinbrenner? People are very competitive. Okay? There's a salary cap for a reason. Yeah, it's a salary cap for a reason. Whatever. Shit, get your money. Motherfucker salary cap. Motherfucker salary cap. Get your money. Shit. These guys got a limited time to make that kind of money. A limited amount of time to make almost unlimited money. Do whatever you need to do. Make your money. Now, the sad people are people like Antoine Walker or Malik Beasley or Sprewell that blow all their money on whores and gambling houses. Now, that's sad. That is very sad. Blowing all your money on whores and gambling houses is really bad. You just wasted talent, wasted time, wasted money, blew your family's fortune, the whole nine. But to get $29 million on the side deal, take that money. Shit. No, I didn't see what the captain said. Take that money. Yeah. You're going to see some crazy questions, Andrew. All I want to know is who's the starting five. And I don't want him to give me no BS answer either. Who's the starting five? That's all I want to know. Who's the starting five? Give me that fifth guy. You say Mitchell Rowe, you say Deuce, give me the starting five. Hart, he's going to be one of them. Give me the starting five. Tell me who's starting. That's all. That's the only really, honestly, it's the only question now I want to know. Everything else we'll figure out by the time you get to the LA Clippers preseason game. You'll know. I mean, not LA Clippers, Charlotte Hornets, the last preseason game. Okay. And the last preseason game, you'll find out exactly what his rotation is going to be because he's going to show it in the last preseason game. Yeah, preseason will show you the fifth starter. That's right, Andrew. And the last preseason game will show you the rotation. That's right. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. Oh, did he? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah, so we'll see, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All I know is that I think the Knicks are the top of the East right now. They should be favored to win the East. They deserve to be favored. They got the best team in the East. Right now, they got the best team in the East. And honestly, if you want to be real about it, even when Tatum got hurt, the Knicks was still beating their ass. I don't know why everybody acts like that they would have had a chance if Tatum didn't get hurt. The Knicks was about to eliminate their season anyway. It wasn't like Tatum was going to save them from getting their ass beat. The Knicks was ending their season anyway. It wasn't even going 7 games. The Knicks was ending their season. It just so happened that in the game that they was trying their best to get back in it, the boy got hurt. But that wasn't going to make no difference. The Knicks was beating their ass anyway. The Knicks were the better team last year. The better team wins in a 7-game series. The Knicks were the better team. Boston was fully healthy all them games until the clinching game when they was going to lose anyway. So the Knicks were the better team, period. They had all their boys, and we were still beating their ass. So Indiana was the better team last year. The Knicks lost to them in 7 games. They were the better team, okay, period. And both Indiana and the Knicks were better than Cleveland. They ass lost. So they out. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? Ain't no BS excuses, nothing. The better team wins in the 7-game series, period. The Knicks were the better team. Boston wasn't good enough. Tatum or no Tatum. They weren't good enough. Okay, period. The Knicks are the better team. And they showed it. And because of that, they should be favored coming into this season for the East. Well, Andrew, they lost. They lost. I mean, listen, the better team, that's why you have 7-game series in the playoffs. The better team wins. You got to give it to Indiana. Yes, the Knicks shouldn't have gave away that first game, but they did. Okay? They did. Game over. They lose. Indiana is better. They're in the finals. They should be. They deserved it. Okay? I don't take nothing away from a team that deserves to win. Okay? I would have liked it, if the Knicks won. But, and then like when Juju was hurt and he was here and we lost, or when Brunson hurt his ankle. Okay, I hear that. But in a 7-game series, now during the course of the season, anything can happen. But if you're in a 7-game series, the best team wins. I really firmly believe that. So Boston was getting ready to lose. Their ass was ready for vacation about the time that Tatum got hurt. They was losing right there, okay? So they weren't the better team. The Knicks was, okay? Period. Hey, after so many years of them the Celtics being the better team, it's good to see the Knicks beat their ass. The Knicks were the better team. And you know what? They're the better team this year too. Shoot. Yeah, so anyway, is what it is. Wolverine, you leaning real hard off that damn platform. The vibe, you got that crazy vibe. You got that vibe like the dude that got something in his pocket and you be like, what's in your pocket? Is it a crack pipe? Is it a gun? What is it? Oh, okay. So you are the asshole that wants to go. You are that asshole. Okay. Some people just ask for it, I think they get a thrill. It's like the dude that walks around the city with the trench coat on and flashes everybody. You get a couple of people like that. He's got the trench coat on, he turns around, flashes little kids in there. Yes. You get a couple people like that. Today, I think we haven't had to hit the third rail button in about 3 weeks, man. About 3 weeks. We haven't had to hit the third rail button. I know, Coach House, we haven't had to use it. And just when I was getting happy with the crew we got a couple of knuckleheads coming here today. Wolverine and some other knuckleheads coming in talking this X mess, like they was an X. What? Who says no? That sounds like something you would see on X. You know, Brunson for trade. Who says no? Get the flock out of here. You better go to somebody that's for the fans, by the fans, and get the hell out of here. This ain't that channel, bro. Sure. Yeah, you right, Coach Hauser. You right. Coach Hauser, you right. Yeah, you right. You're absolutely right, bro. Absolutely. Sure. You right. Dang gone, man. I ain't got the stomach for some of these fools. Dang gone. Who says no? I say no. And I say, get the hell out of my room. And I say, don't come back. I say, don't let the door hit you in the crack of your ass. Go! That's what I say. Yeah, that's right, Lloyd, brother. You know what? You right. Trolls gonna troll. And trolls love to hug the third rail. And they get their wish. They get their wish. They win the prize. The dumb prize, the dumb ass of the day prize. They get. Yeah, I always say, don't bet against Jalen Brunson. He's one of them dudes. Don't bet against that boy. Don't bet against Jalen Brunson. Well, it looks like the majority of the folks, Rockman, we have a poll up. It looks like 129 votes. 58% of the folks say that Mitch Rob should start. So it looks like you have a lot of people agreeing with you. Looks like Mitch Rob should be the starter. They're gonna run the big man lineup. If it's up to Knicks Nation, Mitch Rob starts. So let's see. I can't be mad at that. I know I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that at all. Not at all. Yeah, exactly, Lloyd, bro. That's what I'm saying. I can't really stomach a lot of this stuff I see some of the platforms. It's like that's what caused me to start this channel. I was looking at these platforms and I was like, these dudes must be using serious crack. I mean, what is wrong with them? You know, and the BSPN lost me a long time ago. But then some of these other Nick platforms, like, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, we got to see something, Rockman. We got to see something. He better not get hurt this year. That's all I'm going to say. Mitch Rob better be available. That's all I'm going to say, man. That's all I'm going to say. He better be available. So when is the 23rd, correct? Andrew, I think he said that. The 23rd, which is Tuesday, is media day, right? 23rd is media day. And I think the 24th, they start camp. Isn't that correct? Am I right on that? I think that's it. I think 23rd is media day in New York. And it's Tuesday, right? It's the 23rd. Okay. And then the 24th, which is Wednesday, they start camp. Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. It's on, Coach House. This is going to be fun, man. Oh, that's your birthday, Miss Stevens? A happy birthday. You finally turning 21, huh? You finally turning 21. So you're a legal young lady now on the 24th of September. You're legal. You're legal now. You can drink wine. Happy birthday, Miss Stevens. You could drink wine now. You could go into the store yourself and buy your own stuff. There you go. September, right, Michael Drake? September 23rd? September 23rd, media day. Yeah. It's Tuesday. Yeah, happy birthday, Miss Stevens. Happy birthday. Hey, Miss Lumley, how y'all doing? Yeah, so y'all missed the fireworks. We got rid of a few people today. Carlos got some port for you. Carlos got some port for you from Porto, where they drink wine at 9 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway, we had a good time as usual today. Well, you might get that, Lloyd's brother. If y'all are correct, I think y'all gonna get Mitch starting for the Knicks this year. I think you're gonna see that. You're gonna see Mitchell Robinson in the starting lineup. Yeah, so we're gonna see. We're going to see. You might get your wish. I can go with Deuce, honestly. I could go with Deuce, but Deuce has never been a starter in the NBA. Not that that means anything, I don't think, but Mitch has been, so it'd be different. But I can't be mad at Mitch Rob starting at all. I can't. Even though I favor Deuce, I can't be mad at Mitch Rob starting. I cannot. That's not a bad move at all. It's not a bad move. Not a bad move. Yeah, so no, they can't, Rockman. Clarkson can't start over nobody. Clarkson, 33 years old. You better hope he plays his 15 minutes and doesn't screw up the team. Start over Deuce. What the hell's wrong with you? You must be high. Stop it. I know that I heard the weed is a little stronger, but nah. Clarkson can't play with no damn Deuce. Hell no. See, people get too caught up in this X crap. He ain't even better than Deuce right now. At this stage of his career, Deuce is better on both sides of the ball. Deuce was not terrible in last year's playoffs. Do you want to see proof of that, Rockman? Because you're talking out your ass. You want me to give you proof? Documented? Okay. Last year in the playoffs, this is basketball reference. These are stats. This is thing called statistics. Let me show you some statistics. This is Deuce McBride last year in the playoffs. Okay. Deuce McBride last year in the playoffs. Okay, 24-25. Deuce McBride in the playoffs was plus 11. Wait, let me first, let's break this down. He was plus 11. The points per game is high school bullshit. He was plus 11. Do you understand what that means? Before we start looking at high school stats. Do you understand what that means? This is the league. He was plus 11. Do you know what that means? He was plus 11. Do you know what that means? Mother flocked to 6 points a game. Do you know what plus 11 means? No, you don't. That means when he's on the floor, the Knicks as a team are 11 points better than their opponent. That's what it means. Mother flock 6 points a game. You're not counting how he locks people up on defense. But the plus minus in the playoffs tells you what's going on. But of course, you're too busy looking at stats from high school. This is the league. This ain't high school. This ain't college. This is the league. I know you won't believe it, right? But I'm just giving you the stats. Plus 11. 2025 playoffs. Yes. Plus 11. That's his stat. The Knicks were 11 points better when he's on the floor. Plus 11. Okay. I got you. Dumbass. See, that's what I'm talking about. This little whiny bastard talking about based on what? Deuce who sucked the play because he got 6 points a game? Oh my gosh, man. Come on, man. I tried to give him some room. I tried my best. Deuce sucked in the playoffs. I said, based on what? 6 points a game. Oh, 6 points a game. So because he could score 6 points a game, he sucked in the playoffs. Is that right? But he's plus 11. So let me ask you all a question. Here's a crazy question, y'all. Would you rather the Knicks win every game in the playoffs by 11 points or Deuce score 20 points a game? If you had to choose, would you rather the Knicks win every playoff game by 11 points or have Deuce score 20 a game? What's more important? Let me just ask a question. Would you rather the Knicks outscore their opponent by 11 points a game or Deuce needs to score 20 points? You see how stupid that is? Oh my gosh, man. Exactly, Lloyd brother. Exactly. Oh, because he scored 6 points a game. He didn't play well. But they were 11 points better when he's on the floor. Oh. Yeah, he got taken care of, Miss Stevenson. He got being stupid ass. No way. That's not 2025. Yes, it is. I just read it. I gave you the reference, basketballreference.com. 2024, 2025 playoffs, plus 11. If he was minus 11, you might have a point. But he was plus 11. That means they were 11 points better with him on the floor in the playoffs. 6 points a game, man. 6 points a game. That's all he scored. He sucked in the playoffs. This ain't high school, man. This is the league. You know what happens in the league? They play basketball for a lot of money. In the league, they play basketball for a lot of money. Millions and millions of dollars. This ain't NIL. In the league, they play for hundreds of millions of dollars. This is serious, man. Serious. To me, in the playoffs, one of the most important stats is your plus minus, your on off. Yeah, this is the most important stat is your on off. So is the team better with you on the floor in the playoffs? I mean, to me, right? So is the team better with you on the floor than with you off the floor in the playoffs? See, what's really tough, in the playoffs is like you get a guy like, let's go to Josh Hart. I think Josh Hart is negative. Josh Hart is negative in the playoffs. In fact, as Deuce was plus 11, watch, I'm going to show you. I think Josh Hart was minus 11. Let me see here. See, that's a tough because you want to play Josh Hart, right? But he's minus 11 in the playoffs. Like this not for his career. I'm talking about in the or this year he's minus 2 during the regular season and he's even in the playoffs. He's 0-0 in the playoffs. See, that's a tougher call to make than Deuce McBride. You hear what I'm saying? Y'all hear what I'm saying? That's a tougher call to make. Josh Hart was even, break even, 0 in the playoffs. He was minus 2 during the season. Deuce was plus 6 during the season, plus 11 in the playoffs. That's not a hard judgment call. That's not a hard call. Play Deuce, that's not a hard call to make. You play him, right? That's you do that. Let me see. Let me pick another guy. Let's look at Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's look at Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's look at his on-off. I bet you it's gonna be big plus, man. Let me see. Even though he don't play no damn defense. Let me see. Karl-Anthony Towns is plus 6 like Deuce. Look, Karl-Anthony Towns is minus 2 in the playoffs. Karl-Anthony Towns is minus 2 last year in the playoffs. See, that's tough, right? That's what I'm saying. That's hard. Deuce is not a hard decision to make. That's not a hard decision to say, oh, we need to play Deuce McBride more minutes because you're plus 11 with him. But with Karl-Anthony Towns, you got, damn, we got to play Karl, but he might. Well, hopefully he can. You say like, hopefully he can get together. Let me see Mitchell Robinson. All right, let's see Mitch Rob. Mitch Rob on off. Let's look at his. Now let's see. Mitch Rob was plus 3. All right, here's Mitch Rob. Plus 3 during the season, plus 9 in the playoffs. Mitch Rob is plus 9 in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Plus 9. That, you play him. You play him. Okay? That's not a hard decision. That's not a hard decision. And I don't care what he scores or what he doesn't score. How good is my team when this dude is on the floor? They're plus 9 when he's on the floor. Keep him on the floor. That's all I'm saying. Let's get Jalen Brunson up in here. What y'all think about Brunson? What y'all think? I think Brunson should show some stuff. Let me see. Jalen Brunson. And I heard fans out of Cleveland complaining about Jordan Clarkson. I'm gonna look at his too. I ain't look at his. Let me look at it. First, let me look at Brunson. Brunson 24-25. I mean, we kind of already know what this is gonna be. Let's see. Brunson was ooh. Y'all wanna know Jalen Brunson's plus minus during the season? Jalen Brunson is minus 5. He's minus 5. In the playoffs, Jalen Brunson is minus 8. So that's a tough thing. You're not going to take Brunson off the floor, right? But look at what's going on. He's minus 7, he's minus 8, and he's minus 5. So what do you got to do? You got to play Brunson with somebody that's positive. And again, when Brunson and Deuce played together, they were plus 9, I think. So you want them to play together. You want them to play together. See? But Brunson is let me see Mikal Bridges, because Brunson starts with Bridges, right? And last year they were only plus 1.2. Let me see Bridges. Let's see, Bridges. I bet you McCall's this. I bet you he's cleaning up. Let's see. I think he's gonna be positive on both sides. Let's see. Let's see McCall Bridges. Yep. Ooh, this is interesting. Y'all want to hear McCall Bridges? What y'all think? Okay. During the regular season, McCall Bridges is +6 during the regular season. Okay, +6. What y'all think he is in the playoffs? What would y'all think? What do you think McCall Bridges is in the playoffs? You won't believe it. I'm gonna tell you, you won't believe it. McCall Bridges in the NBA playoffs this last season, -25. -25. McCall Bridges in the NBA playoffs this past season, -25. Wow. -25. That's big. That's huge. That's freaking huge. I'm sorry. That's a lot. That's big. That's huge. Wow. I mean, shoot. I mean, man. The offensive rating of the Knicks when he's off the floor is 21 points better. I mean, wow. That's a lot, isn't it, Lloyd? That's a lot. I don't know what they're going to do, but that's a lot. He's -25. He's -25, man. Shoot. When he's on the floor, the offensive rating is 111. When he's off the floor, it's 127. So it's 16 points better when he's off the floor, the offensive rating. That's amazing. That's amazing. The opponent's offensive rating is 10 points better when he's on the floor. They scored 10 points more. That's amazing. That is amazing. I did not know that. This is the first time I've seen that. That is something else. I gotta say, that is something else. We're talking about plus minus in the playoffs for each guy, Andrew Abraham. We're talking about plus minus. So some knucklehead came in and said Deuce was terrible in the playoffs last year. So then I said, did you look at the stats? And he said, yes. So I said, let's look at it. So I'm on basketballreference.com and I'm looking at Deuce's plus and minus. During the season, he was +6. In the playoffs, he's +11. So the guy was like, well, he only scores 6 points a game, as if only scoring 6 points a game means he played terribly, which is dumbass. So I said, the most important stat is how good is the team in the playoffs when he's on the floor. Would you agree, Andrew Arbin? It matters how good the team plays when a guy's on the floor with them. Not necessarily how much he scores himself. How good is the team when that guy is on the floor? You want to see OG Michael Drake? That's a good one. Let's take a look at OG. That's a good one. Let me see. I am very shocked at McCall's numbers, though. I got to say, I'm very shocked. I'm totally disappointed. I was not expecting that. Deuce's numbers are whenever he plays, with almost any lineup, Deuce is positive. With almost any lineup he plays, he's positive. Let's say OG. Let's see OG. Ooh, OG wasn't that good either. +3 during the season, which is fine. He's +3 during the season. In the playoffs, he's -11. OG is -11 in the playoffs. Yeah. Look it up, Andrew, basketballreference.com. During the season, I think he was +6, McCall. In the playoffs, he's -25. Now, you want to talk about somebody disappointed. Now, this is how big plays make a difference, though. When you think of McCall in the playoffs, you think of the big plays he did against Boston, right? And against Detroit on defense. That's what you think about. But the overall cumulative effect was negative. But he made big plays down the stretch of both of these series. Defensive big plays, right? We remember that against Brown, against Tatum. He really made big plays defensively. Okay. So did Josh Hart. Josh Hart was even 0-0 in the playoffs, and he was I think he was minus during -2. Yeah, you're right, Coach Hauser. You're right. But I am totally surprised. That really caught me off guard, man. I ain't gonna front. -25. -20. Now, Mitchell Robinson was +9 in the play. And I think I would expect that. I expect that. +9 and then +3. He was only in the season for like a month and a half. So +3. But then +9. I'm kind of, when y'all talked about Mitch here and y'all talking about Mitch starting, like I said, I can't get mad at that. If he starts producing like +9, +7 when he's on the floor, hell yeah, he's starting. You still got to, watch his minutes though. Guilford McCormick, it does. To me, plus minus is really basic in terms of how does the unit perform. That's really what's the most important thing. So whether dude scores 6 or 0, if the unit is playing better than their opponent when he's on the floor, you play him. That's the most important thing. How is the unit playing? Okay, so they're +11 with Deuce on the floor in the playoffs. They're +6 during the course of the season. You play him. But McCall was plus in the season, I think. And so it's like OG is +3, but he's -11 in the playoff. And McCall, let's go back to McCall for a second. That was a mind-blowing situation. Talk about mind-blowing. That was me, man. Shoot. I couldn't believe I was reading that. Let me look at that again. Let me look at that again. I can't believe that I read that. Where's McCall Bridges? There he is. Okay. McCall Bridges. I mean, that was unbelievable, man. Let's take a look. I think he'll be better this year anyway, just because he's going to be more familiar. He's going to get more rest. But he's +6. The Knicks are +5.6 better when he's on the floor offensively. And they hold their opponents a little bit better, 0.3 negative. They hold their opponents better when he's on the floor. So totally it's about +6. But in the playoffs, they are 21 points worse. No, they're 21 points better when he's off the floor. They're -4 when he's on the floor. So it's -25. The offense runs better with him off the floor in the playoffs. That's crazy, but that's true though. Yeah, I don't know, Andre. I don't know what. I only know that if the guys that they signed to the roster tryouts for the camp, that's a Mike Brown move. So Alex Len is here because of Mike Brown. Jamison is here because of Mike Brown. Tosan is here because of Mike Brown. Those guys, all of the guys that signed the two-way deals, Mike Brown. Those are Mike Brown choices. I don't make rhyme or reason as to why. Alex Len is here because of Mike Brown. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I still don't get it. I don't have a handle. I don't have a good feel for what he's looking for. I still don't get it. So I gotta wait and see, like all of us, what he does during the course of this preseason. McCullough is still here because of Mike Brown. Okay. Diawara, he obviously wants Diawara. Diawara is going to be a guy. He's going to be there. But we're going to see. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, we're going to find out. I don't even want to make no calls because I can't tell you I don't know what offense he's running. I don't know what defensive schemes he's running. I don't know nothing about this dude, man. So we're going to find out. Like, this is to me, I've never been as interested in preseason as I am this year. I've never. The last time I was this interested in preseason was when they hired Tom Thibodeau. I wanted to see what they were going to do. I was looking for some defense, and boy, they brought it. But we'll see. Tyler Kolek, I'm going to tell you, I'm 90% sure he's going to get traded. 90% sure. There's no way they can keep Brogdon and keep Kolek. Kolek is going to go. So, yeah. But I can't tell you what Mike Brown's going to do. I can't. So we'll see. But, man, -25 in the playoffs. That's bad. That's real bad, man. I think what they'll probably do is try to make sets to give McCall more good looks. I think that's what they'll probably do. Yeah, I think so, Andrew Abraham, because I'm just basing it on his time in Sacramento, but we'll have to wait and see for sure because I can't guarantee that. I don't think he ran that type of offense with LeBron, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, he was McCall is positive during the regular season, but playoffs it was a different story. Yeah, I like Dink Pate, man. I think Dink Pate is going to be a monster eventually. Yeah, I think so. And he's never had this much talent, Coach Hauser. He's never had this much talent on a roster like he's got right now. He's got the whole gamut right now. He got the Quan right now. What they say? He got the Quan right here. He got the Quan. So let's see what he does with it. He got it. Yeah. Yeah. He got the Quan right here, man. So he got the top notch. Really. He really got some talent here. So let's see what we do with it. Let's see what we do with it. Anyway, y'all, always fun hanging out with y'all. We've been together 2 hours today. I think y'all had enough of my face. I had enough of some of y'all. I definitely had enough of them damn third rail candidates. There's no doubt. I had enough of them fools. But yeah. Tuesday. Media Day. Tuesday. You're gonna have a lot to say basically from Media Day. I'm gonna be analyzing that. And we're gonna have that. We're gonna come that on tap Wednesday. So we'll see. Y'all please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Be safe in your homes. Be safe if you're outside. It's a nice day. Be safe out there, okay? Don't get into no trouble. There's nothing on the street between midnight and 5 a.m. that you need to be out there for. Number trouble. Stay safe. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, please. We'll talk to y'all soon. Let's go Knicks. Ain't no joke, Michael Drake. Ain't no joke at all, man. Some of these fools be coming in there high and drunk, messing themselves up, trying to mess my channel. They need to get out.